Lastly, we have Forgeability, and it looks like there are quite a few plants that are good for pollinators. I see a couple of ants around. What I'm not seeing is signs of deer coming through here, and maybe that's just early in the season, perhaps. But I know that they love eating my plants that are unprotected, and it looks like there are quite a few gates around plants that have bulbs, like these roses over here. Um, and I don't see anything fruiting yet, but that again might be seasonal. So, what I'm seeing is pollinators being prioritized, mammals being discouraged, and possibly some bird food through berries that will happen later in the season. I'm not seeing really anything that humans would commonly eat, though. Like, unless you got very creative. Well, kinnikinnick or bearberry is commonly eaten by bears, hence the name. Um, and since it's fenced in, it's going to make it a lot harder for bears to forage here. But I like this garden. I think it's a really well intended thing. I think it's really good at what it demonstrates, which is the vertical integration away from your house and planning for trees and their height ahead of time of planting so that you don't have to have issues with it later or end up topping trees in order to work with the power lines that exist. I wonder about the rock itself and xeriscaping, especially in Montana. My experience has been that you either have to kill the weeds with spray, manually weed a whole bunch, and areas that are covered in rocks lead to nutrient deficiency because we already have very alkaline, very nutrient deficient soil anyway. We have really high clay content, so improving the soil probably not going to happen here. If you don't improve the soil, you're not necessarily going to have long term benefits that actually prevent the symptoms that are causing droughts in places like Montana and Colorado. So there's a lot of nuance here. I think it's a good effort. I would have liked a few more edible plants and maybe more of a plan of usability. If a class of school children come here, what else are they going to be able to do? How are people going to make memories with nature as opposed to thinking of nature as something separate?